thank you for doing this and kind of last minute.
Absolutely, it's fine.
All right, so my first question is, how did you get where you are today?
Well, starting out in my career, I started out very young. I definitely had to work really, really hard and put in a lot of hours, and I gave up a lot in my personal life, like family, or relationship-wise, or anything just like that. Friendships, like I lost a lot of friends, because ultimately to me, in life, your career is everything. It defines you. Like that's how you're going to take care of yourself, your family, etc. So I had that. I had managers that managed me, and they cared, but then they didn't. And then I had that one manager that was just absolutely amazing, and I would work for her anytime, even if it's stepping down. Who believed in me and asked me questions like, "What do you want to learn? I see you're really passionate about this. What do you want to learn? What do you want to learn?" Every day she taught me something new. And then one day she asked me, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And I told her, "In your position." And I actually got to her position within a year and a half. And so just having that one person believe in you instead of just having a power trip, and it's somebody who's really just there for the check. And I believe that's in any career you do, whether it be retail or whether you're a teacher or you're a lawyer or something like that. The people under you, it's always good to take care of them and fulfill their needs as well, because without them you're nobody. So yeah, that sums that up.
Yeah, sweet. All right, so how do you define success?
I define success by overcoming that obstacle and knowing that you went above and beyond to get to where you wanted to be, whether it be falling down and picking yourself back up several times, but knowing that you did your best and you put in the time and you put in the work and you got there and you were happy, you're excited, and just looking back, even just at a store or anything else that I've worked so hard to get to, I can't tell you how many times I walk into the store and just be like, okay, my name is on this, like I'm the store manager. So yeah, I would say that.
So, what noise did you hear along the way?
The noise that I heard was myself in my head. There were certain times when I'd worked so hard on something and I felt like I went above and beyond, and then I kept, things got overwhelming or things just got out of hand. So I would tell myself, you're not ready for this, you can't do this. Or like, it would become a really busy season, or just my turnover rate would be bad, or it would just take me longer to get to where I want to be. And it was all a mind game that I was playing on myself. And I would say that was the noise that always got in my path with anything I've done, was myself.
Okay, so that brings me to the next question, which is, what did you do to cancel out the noise?
To cancel out the noise, I sat back, and there was multiple times where I just wanted to give up. I just wanted to throw my keys down, or I just wanted to say, I quit, I'm done. But then I look at all the work I put in and all the time I put in, and the greater things that I've done. That's the thing that overpasses, that noise in your head, or just that certain obstacle that just, is there. And just telling myself, like, I got here for a reason. I worked my butt off for a reason. Obviously my talent shows somewhere, or I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And that's one thing that I just had to keep telling myself over and over and over again. And then, the outcome always obviously is a positive. It's just that doubt in the middle of it that just always was in the back of my head. Or when I had that corporate visit and it wasn't that great, and I felt like I worked my butt off to get it, amazing for them, but it just wasn't there. I would always have to just sit back and just tell myself, like, focus, Brandon, like, you need to, like, really look at the positive side and think about the good things you did, whether it be for your store or for, your associates that you manage, or just anything like that.
All right, so are you happy where you are now? The position you're in?
Am I happy where I'm at now? When I sit back and look at the store, I would say yes. When I think of all the success that I've done and, people that I've developed, because that's one of my favorite things, developing people and being there for people, because I want to be that person, that manager that was there for me, as I said previously. And I would say I'm happy where I'm at now, but, there's also that time where you think about, like, is this truly your passion? Is this truly something you really want to do? And there was a time where I felt like I was managing all for the wrong reason. And it all reflected back to my visuals. I love visualizing. I love merchandising. It is definitely my passion. It's something I'm really good at. I felt like it helped me get to where I'm at now, actually. So, even though I am extremely happy with where I'm at now, I am, taking a step back and getting on the grooves to a new career and a new path of something that I know I'm gonna, just skyrocket in.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your end goal in mind?
End goal, as I said, no. I want to be a visual merchandise marketing manager for a high-end company, as in Nordstrom or Macy's. I want to be the one to call the shots on where that t-shirt goes, or where that sign goes, or what color we're going to paint this wall in this store. I want to be that person. I want to be the top dog of that. And I feel like I said, being a store manager right now, that could open the doors, but having that visual background on your resume is something that's more important. So yes, taking a step back from, my role that I play now to be even just an assistant marketing manager, it's going to put me a step closer to my end year, is what I say. By the time I'm 30, I want to be in that position. And I'm going to do anything and everything I can to get to that point and prove myself wrong. Because there's still times where I doubt myself. I'm like, no, that's, Brandon, you're not ready for it yet. But ultimately, it's, that's my end goal, and I'm pushing for it, and I'm going to get there.
Okay, so finally, last question. Anything or any advice you can give me in my future?
There's multiple things. It's my favorite question. It is. No. Look at the positive. Always look at the positive. It rains. It does. But there's always the sunny days, too. And even though you're having that struggle, that 1 year that just, you just be going through it, or, you're just like, I don't even know if this is the right career for me, don't give up. Never give up. Always sit back and ask yourself, or make a list like I do. I make a list of the pros and the cons, and I see which one outweighs. And then I figure out why. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me eliminate something so I can make this a pro. Because ultimately in life, you want to look at the positive. You want to strive and, deliver your best that you possibly can. And just no matter what you do career-wise, have pride in it. Whether it be flipping hamburgers at McDonald's, or pouring coffee at Starbucks, or even a janitor job. Show pride in what you do, because you never know those people. You never know people around you are there watching, and it could be somebody that could open doors for you with exactly what you want to do. And then even if you get to that point and you just feel like it's not for you, always listen to yourself. And if you feel like, hey, I don't want, I went to school to be a lawyer, I don't want to be a lawyer, do something about it. Always do what's best for you. I would say that's my advice for you, is no matter what, no matter who tries to knock you down, don't let them. Don't let them, and just prove the world wrong. Like, I've had multiple people tell me, like, you can't do this. I've had a store manager tell me, you'll never become a manager. Well, I took their position. So, I mean, always prove people wrong. Always be true to yourself and do your best in anything you do.
Sweet. All right, so I think that concludes this interview.
Sweet. Yeah.